Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Blonde Cafe podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Villanueva, and I'm your 28-year-old millennial gal out here living my best life, and I'm here to help give you the tips, tricks, and tools to live your best life. And today, we are in episode 3 of our Spring Reset series. So, as you guys know, this is our spring series. It is April now. The last ones I recorded in March. But we are here, we are vibing, we are doing all the good things, and we are here to bring a little bit of spring cleaning, spring refresh, spring reset to your life. Because a lot of people, like, New Year's comes around and they get excited and they set all these goals and they're like, yeah, new year, new me. Maybe you even do like a New Year clean out during like that weird week between Christmas and New Year's, or maybe you do a big clean out like of your house, the week before Christmas or whatever. A lot of people use that as a time to reset and refresh. However, I like to use the springtime as a time to reset and refresh because springtime is blooming. Springtime is fun. Springtime is heating up. The warmer weather months are coming, which are my personal favorite. But it's a really, really good time to take inventory and take stock of where you're at right now with your life and your personal goals and what you want to achieve, whether that's personal, professional, health, like career, whatever. Like, this is a really, really good time to take note and kind of set yourself up for success for the rest of the year, essentially, like at least for the summertime, because summertime can get really, really busy. And a lot of people, you can go on vacations, a lot of people have a lot more things going on. Like maybe your friend's having a random cookout on a Tuesday. Maybe you have kids in sports and the sports are heating up and there's tons of baseball games or whatever that might be. Summer gets busy, guys. Maybe you booked that last minute trip, which I highly encourage you to do. If you haven't heard, check out Breeze Airways. No, this is not sponsored, but they have fairly inexpensive flights to a lot of destinations. Same thing with Allegiant. Allegiant's really good too. Like, if you know me, I'm balling on a budget when it comes to flying, and I just want to get to where I want to go. Like, you could put me on the wing of the plane. Like, just kidding, guys. I want to get there safely. But I want to get to where I want to go, and I want to do it in the most inexpensive and efficient way possible. Like, I don't want like a 14-hour layover just to save $50, But anywho's, check it out. Book that last minute trip if you haven't. But the whole point of this video is to talk about the summertime and the springtime and how to reset your life. So if you haven't seen the last 2 episodes, the first one is how to reset your closet and get your closet all ready for spring and summer. Maybe you're getting rid of things. Maybe you're reorganizing things. Maybe you're spicing it up. Maybe you're revamping your wardrobe because you're tired of the same old, same old. Maybe, you're getting rid of those clothes that are maybe stained or a little bit faded or a little bit worn. Like, maybe you're just doing a whole reset and you don't have to spend any money. You don't have to get new stuff, but maybe you're just purging out with the old and you're creating that space for more things that you love, which trickles into our second video, which is all about creating a home that you love and resetting your home for the spring and summertime. Because we're talking about like deep cleaning, they call it spring cleaning for a reason, but we're talking about easy, quick ways to do it and get it done without making it seem like super overwhelming. You can do little things here and there that might seem like fairly daunting if you spend like a whole weekend doing it, but we're doing it in a quick way. That's what the Blonde Cafe podcast is all about. We're all about the quick tips and tricks to help you live your best life and get out of your own damn way. Because chances are, if you're listening to this, and if you listen to any of my videos before, you're here for a reason. You're here because you have something in the back of your mind that you want to go after and that you want to achieve. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you all about fitness. I'm not here to tell you all about career goals. I'm not here to tell you all about relationship goals. But your goals might encompass some of those areas. This is supposed to be like your one-stop shop, your little tips and tricks. We might talk about relationships one day. We might talk about finance one day. We might talk about career. We might talk about health. Like that is the space that I'm creating where I noticed there was a major gap in the market. Because let's face it, if you know anything about marketing or branding or anything of the sort, or even if you just open up your TikTok feed or your Instagram feed, you'll look to see that a lot of creators, they find their niche. And that's honestly, that's what you're supposed to do when you're branding somebody. I work for a marketing agency. Like, that is what we do. We find their niche and we really go in after it, and we create that content for whatever niche that client has. And so a lot of creators do that. You know, one person might be focused on fitness, one person might be focused on relationships, one might be focused on careers. And that's amazing. But here, we're just here to give you bite-sized pieces, because your life encompasses all of that. Your life isn't just one siloed all about your relationship. Your life isn't just one siloed all about your career. Your life isn't one siloed all about your health. But it's multifaceted, and I'm not an expert at any of these categories, but I have learned some stuff along the way. And I'm only 28 years old, so I'm only going to keep learning and growing more, and I want to take you with me. I want to share with you, just like we're best friends, sitting down, having coffee, having a spicy marg, whatever that might be. I want to chat with you and just share with you what I'm learning. And encourage you to do the same, because time and time again, I touched on this in my first spring reset video, maybe even my second, but time and time again, we find ourselves just going through the motions of every single day. And it's like, if you're not excited to wake up every morning, if you're not excited about your life, if you're like feeling like you're just kind of hem-hauling around through life, or you're not really feeling like you have a purpose or like a goal or anything that you're looking forward to, life can get really, really boring, and you can go down a very slippery slope, y'all. I have seen it time and time again with people very, very close to me, and I want to spread the word that it doesn't have to be that way. So this is my cue to you. Refresh, reset your life for spring. You can start over again and again and again. You can implement these tips or implement one of these tips and then restart next week. But if you just keep going, you keep making yourself that much better, even if it's just a 1%. That's all it is. So that was my very, very long intro, but I hope you guys know where I'm coming from with this. And I hope that that kind of provides like some background and some sentiment, and maybe something that I said hits home to you a little bit more. But on this third episode of the Spring Reset series, this is episode 3 of 3, guys. I have so many others lined up in the pipeline, but this is 3 of 3 in the Spring Reset series. This one is all about self-care, which is kind of what I talked about in the beginning of this. Like, if you're listening, if you found my podcast, if you're listening here, if you found our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube, like, chances are you have something in your life that you want to improve. And it all starts with self-care. It all starts with taking care of yourself in the smallest ways possible so that you can provide for others. And you can do a big old self-care day. You can spend thousands of dollars going to the spa, but it's not going to fix your life if you go to the spa just for one day, you know, and you really ball out. Maybe you will have some like big revelation. Maybe you will if you do like, meditation, or maybe during your massage or something like that comes to you and you just really like, you feel the need to change your life. That can happen too. But this is easy tips to implement throughout your life that you can start today. You can start tomorrow. You don't even have to spend any money if you don't want to. You can choose to. You can choose to, enhance different things. Just like I said, like, you can choose to enhance your wardrobe if you want. You can choose to enhance your home. You can choose to enhance your self-care. But this is quick and easy ways to start that process with no money. You can start it at any point. You can start it halfway through the day. You can start it tonight. You can start it tomorrow morning. Whatever you want to do. So this is all about personal self-care. And number 1 is to care for yourself from the inside out. And that might seem very cliche. Like, obviously, like, everybody says that. Every health guru says that. Every wellness guru says that. I get it. But you can start with the smallest things, like drinking enough water. Once again, it's an unpopular opinion. Everybody's saying it. That was my catch 22 if you guys didn't catch it. But everybody is saying it. Drink more water. Get yourself one of those big cups. It doesn't have to be a fancy Stanley, although if you want it, get it. But you can literally get, like, I think it's 2 for $20 at Costco, and there are these, like, 32-ounce jugs, cups. Like, they're really cute. It has a handle, a little straw, everything. And you can get those, and you can just start. You can get a $5 one at Walmart. You can literally get one. I'm pretty sure they have them at the dollar store for, like, $5. Like, you can find a tumbler or a really, really big cup to just sip on throughout the day, and it makes it so much easier. So, number one, make sure you're getting enough water. Get yourself a big cup, sip on it throughout the day, take it everywhere with you. Take it on your desk, like take it to work, sit it on your desk, put it in your car, put it in your house, like whatever you're doing, put it next to you while you're watching TV. You will be inclined to grab it, especially like if you're at work and you're bored and you're like, maybe you're that type of person that like goes to the break room to get a snack if you get bored. That was me, don't worry. But if you reach for your water, it kind of like gives you a little bit of jolt of energy throughout your day. So, number one, drink enough water. Number two, take care of what you're putting inside of your body. So if you notice that you feel really, really sluggish after you're eating like a cheeseburger or a slice of pizza or like even a burrito, literally like whatever that food is that you notice you don't feel great after eating, see what you can improve about it. See if you're overeating. Maybe you're just like, it's so good and so you just want to keep eating it. Honestly, I do that. Like I have to catch myself and like really, really take note of like, hey, like I can get this item again. I can make this item again. I don't have to stuff myself. Like this will come to fruition in my life another time. Even if it's the best steak in the world that you've ever had. My brother Kenny, if you're listening to this, we went to Vegas. Literally like, I don't even know, like 8 years ago now. But he had the best steak of his entire life. And we saw him like, I don't know, like a couple months later, we were out doing something like with the family or whatever. And he said that, he's like, you know, I think about that steak maybe like 1 to 2 times a week. And that just like, that honestly, that's been a joke in my family for a very long time. So if you're listening, Kenny, I hope you're still thinking about that steak 1 to 2 times a week. But it really was like, I also had a steak at the same location that he did in Vegas. And that was amazing. Like, and that's one of those items that it's like, it's hard to not stuff yourself because you're like, when am I ever going to be in Vegas at this steakhouse again? That's where you got to have that abundance mindset to go get it again. And you know what? He did have that steak. He did think about it a couple times a week, and he still went back to go get it a couple years later when he went to Vegas. So that just goes to show you that like you can like food, thankfully in our position right now, it's very, very privileged. Food can come to us fairly easily. And I don't want to sound like, I'm not trying to get all political on that. I'm not trying to get like way more in depth than we need to. Like, I understand there are people starving in the world, but luckily in the space that you are in, if you are listening to this podcast, if you have a device to listen to this podcast, chances are, whether you have to save up for groceries for the week, you have access to food. You know, you can go, heaven forbid, if you are hard on times and you need to go to the food bank or you need that type of assistance, you know, like food is readily accessible. But anywho's, off on that tirade. So what I want to say here is that you can take care of your body from the inside out, and it starts with what you're putting in your body. So if you notice that, you know, maybe you don't feel the best when you eat pizza, maybe you don't feel the best when you eat burgers, maybe you don't feel the best when you eat a burrito, figure out if it's something that you are overeating. Maybe feel like, you know, maybe that red meat doesn't agree with your stomach as much because you're up with a bellyache all night. Like, honestly, that's kind of me sometimes. Like, even if I'm really enjoying a steak or a burger or something, like, I do have to limit myself because I will notice later on that it gives me a stomach ache later in the night. But if it's something that, like, maybe, you know, tortillas, for whatever reason, don't agree with you because you have a corn intolerance or something like that, like, really, really pay attention to how you feel after eating certain foods. Maybe it's dairy, maybe it's tomatoes, maybe you don't have any food issues or aversions or nothing really makes you feel terrible. Take stock of like the whole foods that you're putting in your body. So take stock of, you know, is this something that naturally is produced by the earth? Is this something that is a fruit, vegetable? Does it grow on a tree? Does it come out of the ground? Is it an animal food source? Is it something that naturally occurs in nature? Because a lot of times, especially nowadays, like and I don't have to tell you, like I know you know, but there are so many preservatives in our food that it really can like stock up in your body and it doesn't make you feel good. Like if you're constantly eating processed food all the time, chances are you probably don't feel good, and chances are maybe your skin's looking a little dull, maybe your hair's looking a little dull, like you're clogging your body with all of those extra things. And don't get me wrong, like I love me like some store-bought Oreos, for example. Just like there's I don't even know what's in Oreos. Probably nothing that actually occurs in nature. Maybe milk. Um but maybe, maybe it's something like tortillas. Like maybe you can get like actual, wheat tortillas that doesn't have all the crazy additive ingredients in it. Like, I'm not here to be your health guru and tell you not to eat red dye number 40 or yellow number 5 or whatever. I'm not here to tell you that, but I'm just saying pay attention to what your body feels like after you eat certain things, and if it's a source of the food or if it's a source of what like the amount that you're eating with that food. So that's number one. Take note of what you're putting in your body. Maybe switch it up. It doesn't have to be like these crazy lifestyle changes to make a difference. And that's actually kind of the trick to make sure that you're not gonna backslide per se, or that you're not gonna like take one step forward and 10 steps back because you're limiting yourself and you're changing your diet so much that you're just like, screw it, I'm gonna give up anyway. Like the trick is to just slowly implement things one by one to make yourself feel a little bit better, to make yourself like have that little bit of a difference of like, oh, I do have more energy today. Oh, like I really do feel like my stomach doesn't feel bloated, or I don't feel terrible, like sluggish throughout the day. Like if you implement tiny changes all in one, you can set your brain up to where it doesn't have that shock effect of like, what the heck? This isn't the person that I identify with. This is not the person that I think I am, because I'm used to eating McDonald's every day, and now all of a sudden I'm eating like 7 salads a day. You got to do it slowly but surely, and it will stick more than just doing like a complete like turn the page, flip the switch, like bam. And you can still enjoy the things that you love. Like I still love a good McDonald's run. My husband will tell you I love Taco Bell. I love ice cream. I'm a big ice cream gal. I love, getting drinks on the weekends. I love, like, I'm not doing all of those things to excess. I'm doing it to where if I'm craving something, I'm going to go get it. I went to go get crumble cookies last night because they had new Kardashian flavors and I wanted to try them. And I was like, you know what? Like, that's like my guilty pleasure, like binge watch TV show, like reality show. And I was like, I'm going to go get it. But you know what? I got the mini ones because I know I'm not going to eat them all throughout the week. I know that if I do eat all of the big ones throughout the week, I'm going to feel terrible in my body. Like, I just simply will not feel good. I know that. So I got the mini ones and I can snack on those throughout the day. And I don't have to have this like crazy big, like, I don't know, craving and like mood crash. So you're taking care of yourself from the inside out. Long story short, starts with what you're putting in your body, starts with the water, starts with the food. Number 3 in this self-care series with taking care of yourself from the inside out. Number 3 is doing those things that make you feel physically good. So that can include working out. And you don't have to go to the gym for like 3 hours a day. You don't have to lift weights if you hate lifting weights. You don't have to go to Pilates if you don't like Pilates. You don't have to go, run 6 miles if you don't like running. You can start small. Start with 5 minutes. Walk around the block on your lunch break. Start with 5 minutes in the morning, walk in, and maybe you have a walking pad. Walk 5 minutes on that walking pad. Start with 10 minutes. Maybe you do like lifting weights and you want to get that gym membership finally. Literally, like Planet Fitness is $15. And I know it might not be like the most like exciting environment to be in, but it's something and it has the equipment. It gets the job done. Maybe you do want to join that boutique fitness studio. I personally have a love for bungee fitness. You don't see that every day, but maybe you finally want to join that and you want to invest in yourself. You got to start taking care of yourself and doing what makes yourself feel good throughout the day. So it starts with movement. Whatever that movement looks like to you, no movement is too small to squeeze in. Like I said, even if it's 5 minutes, if you have a newborn baby, like my best friend just sent me a Snapchat. She finally like got to start working out after she had her baby and he was napping and she got to work out like right there in her living room while he was napping. So it doesn't have to be this like crazy to-do list. Like, I'm sure she would love to go to a regular gym, like she used to, but this is what she can do in the moment. This is what she can do right now. And she's moving on. She's sticking with it. So the next thing is doing the things that it might seem like vanity. It might seem a little bit vain, maybe, if you're like, I don't really care about my appearance. But like I said before in the very first video, when you look good, you feel good. So if you need to take that self-care everything shower and you need to exfoliate and you need to, do that hair mask, or maybe you want to go get a hair trim, and that could be for a guy or a girl, like maybe you want to go get your hair trimmed and you just want to cut off all the dead ends because you see them looking a little scraggly in the mirror. Or maybe it just makes you feel lighter. It makes you feel like you're restarting for the day or the month. Or maybe you haven't gotten a haircut in literally over a year and you just want to go get it done. Like, that is a thing that might seem like a vanity metric. It might seem vain, but it does make an impact on your overall self-confidence and the way that you feel. Maybe it's something like, if you love self-tanner, like for me, I use self-tanner in case you don't know, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I've been on a tropical vacation. It makes me feel confident in my skin. It makes me feel like I'm presenting myself in a way that I am proud of and I'm excited to show up and I feel good. It's okay to love yourself and it's okay to feel like you look good. Like, you can celebrate that. And if it's something that you enjoy, keep doing it. Same thing, like maybe your skin got super dry over the wintertime and you want to buy a really good lotion. Maybe the dollar store lotion that you got isn't cutting it. You can go get another one and try it out, and maybe, that'll work a little bit better for you. Or maybe you want a scented one, or you feel like your scented one's breaking you out, so you want an unscented one. This is the part where you really just take note of the stuff that makes you feel like your very best self. Makes you feel like you're showing up with confidence if you go into, say, a job interview, or if you go on a date, or even if you just go out by yourself. You just want to feel good. Like, it is not just all vain. It is all not just about, the vanity part of it. Like, you're not going for a magazine photo shoot, chances are, but you can still feel good about the way that you present yourself in the world. You want to present yourself, as a clean, as a healthy, as a person that somebody wants to be around. That's ultimately what it is. Like, it is in our human nature to want to be with other people. That's like the nature of like the tribe way back in caveman days. Like, if you weren't with your tribe and you were out on your own and you didn't have anybody else, you were going to feel like you were in danger. So naturally, our brains trained themselves to want to be with other people because other people equals you're not in danger. So now, fast forward to 2025, hundreds of thousands of years later, here we are, and you want people to like you. You want to be with other people. You want to be, in the same room. And that's not to say that, like, your friends care about what you look like or whatever, but if you feel your best, you're going to put forth your best personality. You're going to be a little bit more outgoing to maybe go talk to that cute person over there that you want to go on a date with. You're going to feel more outgoing to have confidence to talk to somebody and ask them if they want to go get a coffee and be, maybe start a new friendship. Like, the way that you feel about yourself and the way that you present yourself, I guarantee you feel better when you take a shower, when you get your hair washed, when you get your hair trimmed, when you're fresh out the salon. Like, I'm not making this up, guys. Like, I think back to the last time when you really felt good about yourself and think about what you did. And that could be getting your nails done. That could be doing a mani-pedi at home. You literally, like, the Dollar Tree is my favorite for, like, nail care. Literally has all the stuff. It has, like, a buffer. It has, like, a nail clippers. It has tweezers. It has those little, things that get your cuticles. I don't even know what that's called. It has a pumice stone to, like, get off all the dead skin. Like, you can do yourself an at-home pedicure if you like that. Or an at-home manicure, or simply just clip your nails. If you feel like that's something that, you go to shake hands with people and you're like, oh, my nails, they kind of look dirty or dingy or whatever, like, clip your nails. Or you can go get them done. Like I said, like, think about the last time you really were feeling yourself and do whatever that item is. Even if you don't have the money to do it right now, see how you can do it at home. Look up YouTube videos, look up TikToks, like, look up Instagram videos. We are not in a shortage of information, And that's where you can use that to your advantage to take care of yourself. So today, I know has been a very long-winded episode. We have gone up and down and around the mountain. As you can tell, I have had my coffee. That's the purpose of the Blonde Cafe. We are caffeinated over here. We are chatting like we're friends. We're chatting like we haven't caught up in a while. And I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this self-care series and this spring reset series, because that's what it's all about. This is a perfect time to reset, refresh before the summertime gets busy. It gives you a new perspective. It gives you new beginnings. Like I said before in the very first video, think about that feeling that you get when you go on vacation and you're in a different environment. You're in a different space. You're in a different hotel room maybe, or an Airbnb, or you're trying new coffee shops. You're trying new breakfast places. Like, you're wearing your very best clothes because chances are you packed your very best clothes and your very favorite outfits in that suitcase to bring with you on vacation. You're doing that self-care because you're relaxing. Take yourself a bubble bath if you need to. So those are kind of like the three main things that I feel like are the main pillars to reset and refresh for springtime that get you in those vibes. Even if you don't have a vacation plan this year, you can still treat yourself like you're doing that for yourself. And chances are you're going to show up better for your family or your spouse or your roommate or your best friend or your cat or your dog. Like, you are going to show up better if you take care of yourself and if you take care of your, the way you present yourself, your appearance, your clothes, your closet, your home, and your self-care from the inside out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening to this spring reset series with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you're going to implement, or if you already have implemented something. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. Oh, and don't forget, we are also having our merch drop. So depending on when this video goes up, we may or may not have already dropped our merch, or we are getting ready to drop our merch. So like I said before, we've got shirts, we've got sweatshirts, we've got hats, we've got cups, we've got tank tops. It's a selection, but I'm so excited to share it with you guys, and you're gonna love it. So stay tuned, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye, guys.